Come, Nerevar, come. I apologize if it has been a while since my last proper lore sermon, but some of my sleepers have been, well, taking their name too literally and getting a bit lazy. Today we will once again be discussing false gods, but instead of the typical varieties, we will be discussing Daedric Demiprinces. I can hear you thinking, now what are Demi-Princes? To be clear, I can literally hear you thoughts. You should really stop thinking about Skyrim NPCs in those positions, by the way. Anyways, Demi-Princes are the Daedric offspring of a Daedric prince or lord, and a lesser being such as a mortal. Yes, these are the mongrel spawn of the Daedric princes. Hey, I can still read your thoughts, by the way. Get that filth out of your head. However, we admittedly only know of a few confirmed examples of Demi-Princes, and many other ambiguous examples. We will go over the known examples one by one, then cover the more ambiguous examples at the end. We will begin with the most famous Demi-Prince, Fa-Nuit-Hen. Now, Fa-Nuit-Hen is the child or scion of Boethia, and has their own minor oblivion realm of Maelstrom. Though oddly, the Daedric information broker Madame Wim speculates they may have essentially been adopted by Boethia. Though regardless of their exact relation, they are a demi-prince nonetheless. They are known as the multiplier of motions known, and are a master of many different forms of swordplay. They claim to have collected the known, motions of every martial discipline in Nirn, the earliest being the prismatic vector dance of the Elnofey. Though primarily associated with combat, their sphere seems to include different types of motion in general. They have even created strange beings projected from their own self, known as the Barons of Move Like This, who embody these different types of movements. They also created Tutor Riparius, a being that helps maintain their memories. Think someone like Barbas or Haskill. Next we will cover the Demi-Prince of Pastries. Yes, really. Now we know almost nothing about her, other than that Sheogorath mentions her, and says that no one has seen her in a long time. So I am afraid we'll have to speculate. So given her supposed sphere of pastries, and the fact Sheogorath mentions her, would it be too far-fetched to suggest that she may be a daughter of Sheogorath? I'm afraid I'll have to leave that for you to decide.
Excuse me? Have you seen my daughter? She's the sweetest thing, but I don't remember what she looks like.
No, you Enwa false god. I have not seen her. Get off my mountain and go choke on a cheese wheel or something. The next demi-prince we are aware of is Dearola, a daughter of Hircine and one of the Reach folk. The Song of Gwynna tells that she herself had children with Reach folk, and one of her descendants was Chief Roelan, whose mythical prowess was attributed to his Daedric ancestry. We know little of her directly, depictions of her vary wildly from work to work. I am afraid that is already the end of known demi-princes. So now we must move on to the ambiguous examples, one of which is you. Yes, you yourself, Nerevar. Nordic myth called your first incarnation the son of Boethia. While this is likely embellishment, I never quite got to ask you about that. Similarly, temple myth claims that Almalexia was born of the 99 lovers of Boethia. So was your wife actually your half-sister? What nonsense comes about if one is to believe these myths?
Oh, Almalexia, my beloved. Boethia is watching. We have to be careful.
Nerevar, don't forget to raise your thumbs. Subscribe to my sermons, I promise more are coming, and write on the parchment down below. Let us move on to a few more random examples. Darien Gautier, the Golden Knight and champion of Meridia during the Second Era, is the son of a Breton father, but his mother is a matter of mystery. Indeed, is heavily implied Meridia herself may be responsible for his birth. Malakath was said to have an orcish son named Emig Gro Kyra, whom Sheogorath tricked into killing with the blade Neb Crescen. How tragic. One legend claims that Haemon Cameron was the son of Molag Bal and a Breton woman, though this would be unlikely given that he was of the Bosmeri Cameron lineage. To end off, I will cover a few Daedra that have been called the children of princes, though we have seen nothing to imply they are necessarily demi-princes. Molag Bal has two Daedra he calls his children, the winged twilight Molag Grunda and the Daedric titan Ozazachar. Molag Grunda assisted her father in the plane meld, but lost his favor when she got with a hot, no pun intended, Frost Atronach dude in the Third Era. All Daedric Titans are creations of Molag Bal, but he called Azazachar his son directly. He participated in the plane meld invasion as a general, and was defeated by some adventurers. Now we move on to the two explicitly adopted children of Mehrunes Dagon. His children are two Daedra lords, Zivalai Moeth and Phaedra Shardai. Moeth, as his name implies, is Zivalai Daedra Lord. Both he and his sister Phaedra Shardai vie for their adoptive father's favor during the invasion of the battle spire. They each were masters of their own clan, with Moeth specifically commanding Frost Daedra and Phaedra commanding Fire Daedra, which made it especially easy for the apprentice of the battle spire to turn them against each other. They both could be defeated by the reciting of their nimics, which is to say, their true names. Interestingly, Moeth has assisted Molag Bal in the past, though he was already Dagon's child during this time. Perhaps Mehrunes simply loans out his children from time to time. Thank you for joining me on this sermon. Don't forget to raise your thumbs and write on the parchment down below about your future sermon suggestions.